I'm here with Jason Fowles from Cure Your Search, or Managing Director of Cure Your Search, specialising in health and social care across which regions?
North of England.
North of England, looking to expand in the future. We were talking about your old employment, or why you got into or wanting to get into your own business, but what were the main frustrations for you as in your employment? What were the main frustrations that made you want to go into starting your own business?
I think mainly it was around the flexibility of working.
Yeah.
It was one of the main reasons. I've got a child, got a house that I've just acquired, and I thought it'd be nice if we could have that flexibility to actually work when I want. Although at the moment I am very strict in the way I work.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know that if there are certain things happening at home, I don't need to think twice about stepping away a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Within reason, of course, and mainly money as well.
Yeah, I think we had that conversation many a times, didn't we?
Yeah.
Over the times we were talking, it was quite a big frustration to know you're earning so much money for someone else, and you had full confidence in yourself to do that job.
100%. The first £20,000 I build every 3 months.
Yeah.
18,000 of that would go back to my company.
Yeah.
There's no harm in that, because I will be hiring people at some point, so there has to be some limits. But for somebody who is ambitious and wants to be an entrepreneur, it's a no-brainer, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we spoke for quite a long time, didn't we? I mean, I think it was good because you needed to be in a position where you felt kind of personally and professionally ready. But how long before we started speaking, or how long do you think it was until getting to the point of starting, you were thinking about starting your own business?
When I left uni, I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I just knew whatever I was going to do, I was going to do for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then start my own business doing that. So regardless of what I did, I always knew I was going to become some sort of a businessman. Good or bad, I'm not sure, and then got wrapped up in recruitment. You can actually get wrapped up in drinking, going out, living the recruitment life, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you can kind of lose track of what it is you actually went into the business for. So it wasn't until maybe found out my missus was pregnant.
Yeah.
I got my head screwed on a little bit, and then you was tapping me up every month.
Yeah.
For about 9 months, 10 months. And then I just realised, I need to give this a go.
Yeah.
I saved up about £7,000-8,000.
Yeah, we talked through, didn't we, the financials and what you might need.
Because you offered me a salary.
Yeah.
That you obviously I'd have to pay back, but I just
Wasn't the right move,
thought of debt just don't like being in debt. So I thought, save up, get myself in a position where no matter what happens in the business, if I have a slow 6 months, slow 3 months, I know that I've got something to fall back on.
Yeah.
At least I've got that money saved, where my bills are paid and everything sorted. So once I had that money, once we finished our final talks, I knew I was ready to go.
Yeah. And what did you do? Any other research other than? I mean, I can't remember how you kind of found us, but what research did you do? Like when you knew that was where you wanted to go?
I looked at because I was thinking of doing it on my own, and then you messaged me on LinkedIn. So I didn't know there was actually companies out there like yourselves that did actually specialise in investing in recruitment companies. So looked into yourselves once you messaged me. There's a couple of other companies as well. You had quite good reviews.
Yeah.
We had a good few conversations beforehand. So I just thought, all or nothing, to be honest. Yeah. My missus was asking me, do you know what you're doing? What's going on here? I had quite a well-paid job.
Yeah.
So I'm giving up everything, and my mum was going absolutely berserk, had a baby on the way.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're giving up a well-paid job to basically not guarantee nothing.
Yeah.
But I knew.
You had confidence in yourself.
I had confidence in myself that regardless of how difficult the times were, I'd get through it, to be honest. And plus the market at the moment in recruitment is absolutely
I know,
crazy.
Because we were looking, I think part of the reason it wasn't right when we first spoke, which was kind of where we were, was we wanted to see the market pick up a bit, didn't you?
In the middle of COVID.
You wanted a bit more confidence in the market. So what was that your biggest worry at the time, or what was your biggest worry? Was it the financial aspect, or was it?
The only worry I had, if I'd have had the same mindset maybe 2 years before, when I was probably living at home,
Yeah.
when I had a trapped kid on the way, I probably would have gone straight in for it.
Yeah.
No thoughts. Because I had newly bought house, baby on the way, I just had to be a bit more smart about the decisions I was making. So there was no worry in setting up the company, because I knew, and I know now as well, that I would be successful, and I would have made sure do what's needed to make sure that I'd be successful in doing it.
Yeah.
There was no worry around that, it's just the financials really.
Yeah. And I guess the killer question, coming to us a bit, what's the support been like so far from SSG? Have you found it?
Second to none. I was having this conversation with Mrs. the other day, and I didn't realise how much needs to be done in setting up a recruitment company. Before, during, behind the scenes. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
So you think you're just picking up the phone and phoning people all the time, and that is a part of it, but there's so much before goes into it.
Yeah. So do you think, just so, you can remind me again, what's your goal, and do you think SSG is kind of helping you achieve that goal? We work towards you.
My goal would be, financially, my target's £10,000 a month. So, month on month, year on year.
Yeah.
So that's my target. As long as I'm hitting that, I'm reasonably satisfied. My long-term target is to be the go-to health and social care recruitment company in the UK.
Yeah.
To be the leading company for the UK. And eventually, there's no reason why it can't be as big as a company like Reed's.
Yeah.
Why not? Reach for the
Let's
stars.
go. You've got to, haven't you?
Stars.
Yeah. And you're well on your way.
They say you should only set targets that can't physically be achieved.
Yeah.
So.
And so, we're early on in your journey. You're doing fantastically well, which is great to see. And I had so much confidence in where you were going to be at this point. To be honest, you probably over-exceeded you set what your own thoughts would be at this point, but I always knew you were going to do well, because
I'm 6 months ahead of forecast.
Yeah.
Think of it.
Yeah, which is amazing. But so far, what difference has it made to your life?
So far, difference it's made to my life is I've had flexibility straight away. So my missus has an illness, so I can take her to hospital, doctors, wherever she's needed. Sometimes she has to be on site for work, so I can mind the baby and just start a little bit later, finish a little bit later.
Yeah.
Financially, I've only been working for myself for 3 months. I could not work for the remaining 9 months of this year.
Yeah.
And still be better off.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So that's
not doing too bad.
I might think about it.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely so. Yeah, it's financially, it's so much more viable to work for yourself.
Yeah.
And in recruitment, if you know you provide a good service, and if you know you are up there with the best recruiters in the business, which I think the service I provide is definitely up there with the best, I think you should go for it.
Yeah.
If you don't have confidence in your own ability to be a good recruiter, I don't think you should, because you have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
About 100%. But if you know you are really good at the job, I think go for it. 100%.
That's amazing, because you just answered what I was going to ask you next. Giving a piece of advice to anyone who was thinking, or any good recruiters thinking of starting their own business.
Yeah.
Be that. Yeah. Go for it.
I think, be honest with yourself. If you're a recruiter that doesn't hit targets and doesn't do too well, I think you're going to really struggle in running your own business, because if you struggle to do it with people around you, where you're getting leads on your own,
yeah,
you're getting motivated by somebody else, then it's going to be difficult to do it on yourself. Because even though I've only been doing this for 3 months, I'm already having days where you're like, well, I've got to pick myself up now.
It's my business. If
I don't earn money on my own, it sounds a bit cliche, but my little boy's probably not getting fed this month. You know what I mean? You'll have to. I have to start breastfeeding again.
Yeah. Let's talk about your goals real quick then. So I know your goals. Well, I think I do. I know they change. They can change regularly, but you've had a fantastic start. So what's the goals? What's for the future? What you plan for the future? What's kind of where you want to be in 12 months? Where do you want to be in the next few years? Or where do you want your search to be?
I think first 6 months we've got to find my feet in the business really, and see where we're at with everything. But by the end of the year, depending on the financials, I'd love to bring two good people into the business. With experienced people into the business, definitely key. Ideally, I'd like to, the 2 people, if they are strong enough, I'd like them to start running their own teams as well. So
Yeah.
eventually expand into the whole of the UK for health and social care.
Yeah.
And ideally, then we can push on to different markets then within the next kind of 1 to 3 years. Once we get the social care market and social care business really,
Nailed on.
yeah, with a good service, with a high-end
Yeah.
service, then we'll start to go into different sectors really.
Yeah.
Maybe bring experienced people from different sectors into the business as well. Give
kind of
them,
build.
give them their own
Yeah,
platform
yeah.
to grow, their own platform to progress. Because sometimes organisations they could be working for might not offer progression. So if I can offer that progression, really good salary increases for them, and hopefully grow the business.
Yeah.
I'd like to put, obviously the service is second to none, that will come, but I'd like to actually make it more of a focus on looking after staff. Make sure that the staff are looked after, make sure that they're on a journey with the business as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, great. I was going to ask that. So culture is going to be a big part for you, and making sure people are maybe feel part of the business, not just a number in the business.
Yeah, I'd like to, obviously once the social care business is up and running, I would like to put more focus on maybe a healthy environment. Because I know recruitment, it's very much about work hard, play hard. Friday's finished, let's go for it, go and have a drink. But I'd like to actually bring people into the business where are a bit more fitness minded, goals minded, where they have their own targets that they want to hit in their own life, whether it's through business or whether it's through buying a house or buying a new car.
Know what their motivations are.
Yeah,
and
really bring motivated people into the business. I don't want a drinking culture, to be honest. I know that won't be there naturally anyway. You've got people like us in the UK, aren't we? So it's hard to move that away, but it'd be nice to bring it, maybe do something a little bit different.
Yeah, I think we had that conversation anyway, didn't we? Because I think that was part of where you were getting to. You know, when you're a bit younger, you kind of go into that, but as you start to go a bit older or get a bit older, you want to, other things become important to you. Yeah. And you know, being around that culture all the time, you think, I don't want to do that. I want to do my job. I want to earn some money, and you know, progression, and like you said, people have different motivations and stuff. So
yeah, that's it. There's a I think it's Gym King or Gym Shark. They've got like their own gyms in their offices and things like that. If we can get a big enough office, if the company grows like that, why not? Why can't you have
or have something as part of the building?
A gym in the office.
Offer different incentives.
Yeah, that's it.
I just want to say thanks, Jason.
Yeah,
thanks for meeting with us.
My pleasure.
Very start of your journey. I feel like I've been on your journey for way before, but you know, it's great to have a catch up. It's great to meet you in person. So I appreciate you coming out, and we look forward to following your journey and seeing you in 6 months, seeing you in 12 months, and seeing you hit these goals. And you know, we're excited to be a part of that as well. So thanks very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it, mate.